door-to-door canvassing sucks as a marketing lead source, yet a lot of companies are doing them in 2021. Well, here's one of the main reasons why it sucks. It's a high-cost, low-converting type of marketing lead source. If you do some quick math with me, you'll realize very quickly that there are alternatives in generating better leads. What do I mean by better leads? Leads that have higher buying intent as well as higher converting ratios. So let's start. 20 hours a week is typically what a canvasser works. Most of them are part-time. A typical canvasser averages around $10 to $12 an hour nationally. So let's take the higher of those two numbers, $12 an hour at 20 hours. That's $240 a week. The national average is for a canvasser to get one lead for every 10 hours that you pay them. So you're really getting about 2 leads per week if they were to work 20 hours. Now that's the average. So it could be lower. Now, 30% of those leads have a tendency to turn into an appointment. So you'll need 2 weeks of leads to essentially get one appointment. At 2 weeks, that's $480 in pay for a canvasser for that one appointment. The national sales close ratios in manufacturing, in home improvement, and construction, typically around 18 to 21%. And that's an average again, so it could be lower than that. Now, you'll need to schedule 5 appointments to get to that one net sale. Really, you're getting one appointment every 2 weeks. You'll need 10 weeks to generate that one sale. 10 weeks at $240, you're paying one canvasser, you're already at $2,400. That doesn't include the opportunity cost, which I think is the highest type of cost that a company is paying when you're not running lead sources that have higher conversions. And typically, most companies don't account for this. So what are other costs attributed to running these types of appointments? Well, you have the cost of setting those appointments. So if you have a call center or someone scheduling these appointments, there's a cost there. And as well as your salesperson going out, spending money on their gas, their drive, and them performing the sales presentation or the demo. So now you tack on those costs, you're approximately anywhere between $3,500 to about a high of about $4,500 in just generating that one net sale over that 10-week period. Okay, so what are the alternatives? One of those alternatives, instead of doing canvassing, is to perform social selling through channels like Facebook. You can also do this on Instagram. You can do this on Twitter. But let's talk about Facebook. We're going to take the same $2,400 that you'd spend over a 10-week period. We're not going to tack on the rest of the other costs. We're just going to use the baseline number, $2,400. So the typical cost per lead on Facebook is anywhere between $37 to about a high of about $112 per lead, CPL. With that type of math, you're going to be getting 21 to 65 leads over that 10-week period. That's up to about 165% more than you would get with canvassing over a 10-week span. Now, Facebook conversions are typically around 55% or better. So that means you're getting about 2x, twice the amount of conversion, and you're getting more appointments. With regards to the sales, you're closing anywhere between 1 for every 3 appointments to 1 for every 4. So 25 to about 33%. This really translates to more appointments and more sales, meaning you're getting up to 36 appointments, okay, over that 10-week period, and 3 to 9 sales compared to that 1. Think about that. 9x. And it's really because the leads you generate through social selling on channels like Facebook, well, they generate higher buying intent leads. How do you do this? A few things that you can do through social selling and on a platform like Facebook. You can have a very targeted, focused audience. You can create these funnels. You can create different posts and ads that cater to various types of groups or individuals. And you can serve up these posts and these ads in a way that allows for the audiences to respond with higher buying intents. Here's another thing that you can do with social selling and with Facebook. You can have consistent messaging that you're able to control because it's digital. Now compare this to sending a canvasser who can make mistakes on their pitch when they're knocking on doors, when it's sunny, really hot, really cold. A canvasser will get tired. They're going to get sweaty. They're going to feel cold. They're going to be affected by the elements, the weather. They're not going to be representing your brand uniformly. They're not robots. Now, they're not always going to have that consistent messaging. So with that being said, I think this is a major reason not to use canvassing as one of those lead sources in 2021. And again, there are many, but just think about that. A canvasser could be damaging your brand. They could be saying the wrong things. They could be misrepresenting you. And you have no control because they're out there. Now, because these lead gen alternatives are so much better, and there are particular reasons that they are better, and we can't cover them on this one episode, I'll be speaking about them in the next few episodes of our video podcast series. I'd love to hear from you. Do you agree? Do you disagree? There's a number below that you can text or call, whether or not you agree or you disagree. I'd love to hear from you. We'll be covering more alternatives, and it's a good way, for us to be able to provide you guys with reasons to reallocate your resources away from canvassing over the next few episodes. I'll see you soon.